Alright, once again, good afternoon. Let's continue our discussion on the RA 8294. Still, we are in the laws that pertaining to the illegal possession of firearms. In my first discussion, we discussed the title just to give view to all, not only students of criminology, but of course, to those who wanted to be informed regarding the law in the Philippines. We are referring to the law here in the Philippines. Sinabi ko na yung mga ammunition, explosive, mga illegal manufacturing devices, and acquisition, and so on and so forth. Now, we will continue. The purpose of the RA 8294 is stiffening. Parang pinapatibay. The penalty of illegal possession, unlawful possession, unlawful manufacturing, dealing in, acquisition of illegal guns. Ito naman ang ating purpose ng tinatawag nating RA 8294. Parang pinabigat niya. Kasi noon, yung batas na 1866 or the PD 1866 or the Presidential Decree 1866, hindi siya masyadong mabigat. Okay? Hindi siya masyadong mabigat. Kaya ngayon ang ating Congress ay nakagawa ng mas matibay, mas mabigat na kaso or penalty para sa mga magpo-possess. Kasi they observe na ganun pa rin ganun pa rin katalamak ang ating acquisition, dealing in, pushing in, possession, yan, ng baril. So now let's continue. We will discuss the law, the section 1 of the law, which is the unlawful manufacture, sale, acquisition, or possession of firearms. Just to give you a little bit idea, yung section 1 natin is yung pagbebenta, paggawa. Pagbebenta, paggawa ng illegal guns, bawal yan. Meron tayong penalty dito, which is the penalty of this is prison mayor in its minimum period and fine of 30,000. And fine of 30,000 shall be imposed if the firearm is classified as high-powered, which includes those with bores bigger in diameter than 38 and 9 mm. Now, i-discuss din natin just to make it very clear. Ano ba talaga yung high-powered gun and low-powered gun para alam natin. In section 1, sinasabi dito yung high-powered and low-powered. Ngayon, ano ba talaga yung high-powered? Ang high-powered natin ay mas malaki daw ang kanyang bore, whole of the bore, or yung butas ng yung barrel, mas malaki sa 38 at saka sa 9 mm. So, meron tayong example of high caliber or high-powered caliber or high-powered firearm. Nandiyan ang yung caliber 40, 41, 44, 45. Yan. Yan yung mga matataas na klase ng baril. Kaya kung nahuli ka dyan, penalty of prison mayor. In its minimum period and a fine of 30,000. That is according to RA 8294. Okay? And then, ano naman yung low-powered firearm natin? Ano ba yung low-powered firearm? Yung low-powered firearm natin, nandiyan yung mga 22 caliber, 38, yung 9mm, low-powered pa rin mga yan. 22 caliber na rimfire. Okay? Yung single shot or it is inserted into revolver. Pero yung 22 caliber na center fire magnum, nako, especially if it will be put into automatic firearm, that is not considered as low powered. It will be considered as high powered gun. Even yung yung 357 revolver, considered as high powered firearm yan. Okay? So now, paano naman kung nagamit itong baril sa murder? So mag-iiba yung kaso or homicide. If homicide or murder is committed with the use of unlicensed firearm, such as unlicensed firearm, such as mga mga 38, 45, hindi na lisensyahan, shall be considered as aggravating circumstance. Yung baril na hindi lisensyado at nagamit sa homicide or sa murder ay nagiging aggravating circumstance yun. Okay? Paggamit ng baril. Ibig sabihin, pinapabigat yung kaso. From the word aggravating, pinapabigat yung kaso. So, paano naman sir kung may pinatay ako, pero ang ginamit kong baril ay lisensyado. Bumibigat ba ang kaso? Well, hindi siya bibigat on the sense na gumamit ka lang ng ganon. It will stuck on the case, especially sa homicide and murder. Pero depende naman sa situation yan. Okay? May mga other aggravating circumstances pa din dyan kung makakita tayo dyan. Okay? Not only naman yung baril na ginamit, but there are still other circumstances. Okay? Now, what if ang ating baril ay ginamit naman dito sa rebellion, insurrection, sedition, or coup d'etat? Pag gumamit ka ng baril na hindi rin lisensyado sa ganitong event, yung tinatawag nating coup d'etat, coup d'etat, rebellion, insurrection, nagiging kwan din yan, aggravating circumstance. So, the same penalty shall be imposed upon the owner, president, manager, director, or other responsible officer of any public or private firm, company, corporation, or entity who shall willfully, knowingly allow any of the firearm owned by such firm, company, corporation's entity to be used by any person or persons found guilty of violating provisions of this. Okay? Provisions of the RA. Ay yung sinabi ko lang sa inyo. For example, if the president of a company or manager of a company allows a person to use a company-owned firearm na hindi naman maybe lisensyado or hindi siya updated at nagamit sa crime, yung manager na yan, saka yung president, is also liable. Kasi he allows the person to use it na hindi naman, na alam niya na hindi naman lisensyado. Okay? So, that's a basic on the RA 8294 or in the law na tinatawag nating pertaining to guns and ammunition. Okay? Guns and ammunition, explosives, and other. Ngayon, yung batas natin, noong unang panahon, yung PD 1866, hindi yan masyadong mataas eh. Pero ngayon, pinapataas na yan. Example sir, kung mahanapan kami ng pillbox, molotov, or the molotov cocktail bombs, ganyan, mga homemade, still, that is a violation of the law. Okay, violation of the law. Wala namang sinasabi kung ginawa ko lang sa bahay, tapos kung lang, ginawa ko lang, very simple, is that a violation? For as long na meron yung ingredients ng explosive, violation na yan. Okay? Violation na yan. Ano pa? May mga other thing na pag-uusapan pa dito sa batas na ito before we go further really on the topic na ballistics. Inuna lang natin ito kasi this is very important. This could inform everybody na hindi basta-basta yung paghawak ng baril na walang lisensya. Alam naman natin na yung mga few known persons na nakulong dahil sa baril. Okay? Yung iba, idol nga natin yung iba, mga artista, di ba? Nakukulong sila dahil sa baril. Hindi nila alam yung batas, kasi siguro naging relax lang sila. Okay? So, ano pa yung mga pwedeng pag-usapan dito sa batas na ito? Yung tampering of firearms serial number. Do you know what is tampering? Tinatamper yung serial number. Dating may serial number na yan, tapos sinisira yan. They deface it. Deface using electrical sanding device. Yan. Yung sander. Or minsan sadyang sinisira. Tapos papalitan ng serial number. Bakit nila papalitan yan? Anong purpose? Bakit papalitan? Kasi marahil yung mga baril nila ay nawala, papalitan yung serial number. Kunwari, pulis ka, nawala mo yung service firearm mo, kuha ka na lang ng ibang baril, tamper mo yung serial number. So, parang yung baril mo na yon. But that is violation of the law. Kasi every legal manufactured gun, meron siyang sariling serial number. Meron siyang sariling serial number. That is a violation of the law. Actually, ang penalty niyan is prison correctional. Okay? Tampering lang sinira mo lang siya. Pero paano ba makita yung tampered serial number? Yung tinatawag nating micro-etching or macro-etching. Okay? Meron lang ipapower dyan na parang substance. Then makikita mo yung dating marka ng baril. Okay? Dating serial number ng baril. Okay? So, other one, yung repacking or altering the composition of lawfully manufactured explosives. Paano naman kung dati siyang explosive and that explosive is legal or lawful, tapos meron kang ginawa, pinalitan mo siya, nirepack mo. You maybe put it in a smaller packaging. Okay? Tapos maybe binenta mong ganyan, that's still a violation. Okay? Actually, prison correctional pa rin yan. Okay? Prison correctional. So, hindi maganda if you are repacking a lawful explosive. You make it smaller, tapos ibenta mo. Or you use it as maybe your own explosive. Maski dati ay illegal yan, pero pag rinepack mo yan at binenta or bawal ho yan. Okay? So that is still violation of the law. Other one, ano ba talaga ang firearm? Okay? Ano bang firearm? Okay, let's discuss what is firearm. Ang firearm naman is ito yung equipment that can propel a bullet. Okay? Pwede niyang i-throw yung bullet. Firearm yun. So, ang firearm natin, a machine. Firearm is a machine that able to throw a bullet. Noong unang panahon, just to give you an idea with it, noong unang panahon, ang ating firearm ay hindi talaga firearm na ganyan. Okay, so guys, we will continue our discussion later on. Kasi wala nang oras. Okay, again, do not forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.